So, from your first chapter we get a sense of how you see this book as writing about writing. And we have a clear sense that machines are probably better at writing than we are. So should we abandon it? I mean, does it have a future?
From the first chapter, we're not quite ready to answer that question. Instead, we need to historicize.
Right. Yes. Of course we do. I bet we need some etymology as well, don't we?
Yes. That's a good way for us. Who are you again? Never mind historicizing that. Etymology is a good place for us to start if we want to understand where writing began. I explain in my book that writing comes from the Latin scriba, meaning to scratch, and the Greek graphane means to dig. Accordingly, writing was originally a gesture of digging into an object with something, so making use of a wedge-shaped tool, a stylus.
Man, no one uses a stylus anymore. We have touch screens.
True. But what we know writing to be began with a stylus, so our history should too. Styluses are tools that dig and scratch.
That's why we don't use them on iPads.
Are you listening or talking? So the stylus writes in something. It inscribes rather than onscribes. Thus, by writing in this way, we press a spirit into the object to inspire it, that is, to make it improbable. Writing is a method of tearing imaginary things apart and making them clear.
That's a pretty great notion, but are we still inscribers now that we don't use the stylus?
Not inscriptions but rather notations are the writings in which we bathe.
So with our notations, are we really doing something different when we write stuff down instead of inscribing?
Oh, we've spent enough time in this little box. You'll have to move to the next one if you want that answer.